And welcome back to Syndicate Competitive League 3. This is Ari Danica, your studio host, along with our delightful EU team, Elendar and Selderain. How are you doing, fellas?
We're doing pretty well, thank you. Enjoying the early matches. Well, enjoying the early matches when people didn't bring Tinker setups, which I'm hoping we're not going to see many more of from this point onwards.
Yeah, I'm doing well as well. We had a fantastic semi-finals, some good, some bad, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how they turn out in the best for third place in the final.
Yeah.
So I certainly hope that we're going to see some different setups. It's the finals by now. If teams have been holding anything back, we might see some completely random things we haven't seen before at all. Maybe making use of some of the new balance changes. Hopefully, we might even see something like the Armageddons or the Hyperions.
Yes, though I have to thank you two. You two were absolutely hilarious during the Tinker Tank matches. Like if you tears coming down my eyes as I listened to your commentary. So thank you for at least providing that bit of entertainment. And for our guest for our opening for the finals coming up in SCL 3, we have with us Grammar Nazi from SomerBlink, who has some exciting news.
Hello again. Yes, I do. I just wanted to come on and say we've actually just broken our 750 trillion ISK celebration milestone. We've got some awesome prizes up for you. Anyone who is interested can check out the site at cogdev.net/blink and get in on a chance to win an Absolution Blueprint, a Damnation Blueprint, these are BPOs, 100 Plex, one of every dockable T1, T2 Navy and pirate ship in the game, Vangel with CCP Solomon's Corpse, Capital Blueprint packs, Medium Capacitor 2 BPO, Capacitor Booster, sorry. And we've got a lot of unique prizes up, and with the 750 trillion ISK celebration going, we'll have a lot of promos, so keep an eye on the site, and I'll see you there.
Incredible. Those are a lot of great giveaways. And I was talking to the guys earlier during the break, and they were saying Booley was complaining how he had only won 40 times. Blue. Feel so bad for him. But he is doing a great job behind the scenes, so I guess I can't hold that much against him. But thank you for coming on and sharing that with us, and we hope that our viewers will take advantage of all those great blinks happening. I mean, BPOs, who could ask for anything more? And you are also sponsoring our trivia giveaway. So we're going to go ahead and do our first trivia question, which is going to be, what is the name of the person that continually abducts the damsel in distress? And to put your answer in, you are going to send 0.01 ISK to Miss Luke Gods, who is in the SCL Space Chat channel. So go ahead and send your answer to her and your reason when you send that 0.01 ISK. And the prize for this is a Violator's Apprentice noob ship worth 820 million ISK. So thank you so much to SomerBlink for sponsoring our trivia. And, you know, congratulations on hitting that milestone. It's exciting.
It's very, very exciting. And we never thought we'd get up to this level of ISK, but with the amount of people we've had on our site, we've managed to break 3/4 of 1 quadrillion ISK. So next up, 1 quadrillion.
Wow. Who would have thought in Eve? Just those numbers are incredibly astronomical. And like we were saying in the site, you know, yesterday, it's, you know, you don't have to take the prizes, you know, if you aren't set up to fly a Warkle or whatever you win, you can always get it back as credit or as ISK, and it's a really fantastic site.
Oh, thank you.
But just to explain a little bit how we are going to do our matches, we're going to start with our finals matches, because our finals are best of 5, and then we're going to alternate with our match for third place. So first up, we will have Warlords of the Deep versus Pandemic Legion. We already have the bans in. The bans for Warlords of the Deep are Legion and Proteus. The bans for Pandemic Legion, surprised, shock, and awe, are the Mollusk and Carrier. carries. So who's betting that they're going to bring a Tinker Tank?
I am preparing my face for my palm, and I am expecting this. The sensible thing to do at this point would be for PL to try and predict what Warlords of the Deep are going to bring, and then run something to counter that. So most likely it's going to be something Minotaur based again from Warlords of the Deep, something that's flexible but has a good chance of beating these Tinker Tank setups. So they should be thinking that and trying to run something that can then beat whatever it is Warlords are going to bring to beat their current setup. However, considering the same bands again, I suspect they just don't have anything else, and I think we're just going to be going, oh, goblins once more.
Well, if I was PL and I was going to bring something completely different, I would just go with the same bands, just to maybe trick the enemy team into thinking I was going to bring the same thing again. So hopefully that's what we're going to see, but I've got a sneaking feeling we might just see basically the same thing again.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that. I think it's going to be some form of Tinker. I wouldn't even be that surprised to see the Dominixes again, though, well, actually, no, with Brand Legion approaches, so it might be the Golems. But I think it'll be a Tinker of some form. I really hope it's not. I think it'll be a big mistake to do it now. But we shall see.
Yeah, and especially against a team like Warlords of the Deep. If anybody here is going to take apart and destroy this Pandemic Legion Tinker team, it's going to be the Warlords of the Deep team. So I think bringing a Tinker again could be risky for PL, and I'm really interested to see what Warlords of the Deep bring and what their counter to the Tinker setup is.
Yep, completely agree. We've already seen Wars of the Deep crush a PL Tinker setup twice in the first round against Pandemic Bluesers, and in FanFest as well. We saw them beat pretty much the same team, run by Elise and Goblins. Tinker setups ran twice in a row, and again lost to a similar Minotaur team that Wars of the Deep been running all time. So I just don't think Tinker Tank can run it. Typically in this sort of situation, you'd run a safe setup, something that's reasonably strong, something that can beat most things in the first match, but I just don't think it is a safe setup anymore.
So I think that this may be the last Syndicate Competitive League tournament that we may see Tinker Tanks in. I mean, yes, they're good, but they're getting around the point. They're getting around the spirit of the tournament. But oh well, what are you gonna do? I'm sure it will be an interesting match nonetheless. Who knows what tricks that the likes of Duncan Tanner and Hard SP have up their sleeve. I mean, they are good pilots. If anyone can counter and bring something good and solid to this match, I think it would be them.
Yep, I think if they might well just show us a way to crash these Tinker setups, and then if people bring them in the future, the other team's just going to start copying whatever Wars of the Deep do now, bring those teams, and Tinkers will naturally drop away from a meta as people learn how to beat them.
Now there is some... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I was just agreeing with Alendar, sorry.
Well, I was going to say, it is worth mentioning again that Warlords of the Deep, winners of SCL 1, not participating in SCL 2, so they've basically won one and of one. Pandemic Legion, winners of SCL 2, not participating in SCL 1, so they too are winners of one out of one. So I think this is going to be a really great setup of finals. It is a great setup of finals. I mean, we're at 3, and we're at both of our top winners here, along with the repeated grudge match. Insurance Fraud Inc. and Reputation Cartel keep coming up against each other. SCL after SCL after SCL. This is their third time meeting up with each other, and it just keeps getting better and better. So I mean, this is an absolutely great end to SCL 3 with these 2 sets of matches going on.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, no matter what happens, I think we're guaranteed of an absolutely thrilling and exciting final. And I think the best of 3 for third place will be exciting as well. The Insurance Fraud had quite a disappointing sort of smashing their head against the brick wall of the PL Tinker team, but now they're facing Reputation Cartel. I don't think we're going to see any Tinker teams from that team. So I think we're going to be seeing some really in-your-face exciting matches from the battle for third as well.
Yeah, I think that'll be a very interesting one. We've got the 2 teams there. Although having lost to setups like the Tinker team from PL, it's possible someone in that bracket will now try and copy them, having seen they've worked against the teams there. So we might actually see the Tinker not used in the finals, but used in the runners-up final.
Yeah, I mean, that's a possibility, but was some of the real piloting mistakes that we saw from both those teams really in the semi-finals. I'm not sure one of those player-intensive Tinker Tanks would be the way I would go if I was their captain.
It is a good point, and we may see Duckslayer again. It's, so far we've seen that in the one match they didn't bring him, they did manage to beat Wards of the Deep, who I would say are probably the favourites for this, so maybe that is the trick. Maybe they just need to leave him off the team and they could have us.
Really? Do you really think it could pin that much on Duckslayer? Slayer? I mean, yes, in these arenas, good piloting is so important, and so you want to make sure that you keep those piloting errors, limited. But, do you really think they should exclude him from the finals in order to maintain that edge?
I think it's important that pilots learn from their mistakes. When you screw up that badly, you should pay for it. If you're going to run straight out of the arena and then run straight in a Macarial into the enemy teams, you're going to have to learn from that, and that might mean throwing you off the team.
Especially when it's a close match, it's tough to expect perfection all the time, but this is the SCL. The stakes are pretty high, especially at this level of the tournament. You do have to sort of hold your pilots to a higher standard.
Yeah, that's completely correct, and to be honest, I don't even think it's a case of are they going to have Duckslayer on the team or not. I think it's a case of are they going to make sure he actually even logs out of EVE completely, because you just never know, these bad pilots have ways of ruining things for teams from anywhere.
It's true, like we had Gobbins giving Shadu advice for the first round, which may have led to his defeat, so will we let him do the same again?
Now, it is worth mentioning, as we mentioned stakes, the teams are playing for a purse of 30 billion ISK along with 30 plexes donated by our wonderful sponsors, SomerBlink, CCP Games, and Lorkin Desal. And just as a reminder, we are doing the player trivia, a reminder of our trivia question. And this is for the Violator, the Serpentis Noob Frigate. What is the name of the person that continually abducts the damsel in distress? And you're going to send your answer as the reason when you send Miss Loot Gods 0.01 ISK. And she is in the SCL space chat channel. And just as a quick reminder, we are in the finals. Please tweet our stream, Facebook. Please go ahead and like us on Facebook. We are on Facebook at facebook.com/syndicatecl. We are on Twitter at syndicatecl. And so go ahead and follow us there. And on Facebook, please make sure you are telling your corp mates and your alliance mates that we are on air and to watch us. We want to make sure that we get our numbers up. Our numbers really are what determines our sponsorship, our continued sponsorships with some of our partners. So please make sure you are doing your part to keep the Syndicate Competitive League alive and well. All right, and going back to SomerBlink. So right now we have the promo blinks going on. Just a quick reminder, what are we doing? What kind of promo blinks are you having right now for the prizes?
Well, the main prizes, we do have a couple Tech 2 Blueprint Originals up. We're going to be running promo blinks throughout the day, throughout the celebration, more often than usual. So yeah, I'm sure if you hop on, there'll be something up with the regular frequency. We've actually got one unique ship up as well for a main prize for this celebration in the Bonk, which is a large unlimited ticket lottery. That would be the Evangel with CCP Solomon's corpse inside, just for kicks. Also, all of our Bonk prizes this celebration include 6 Plex. It's the theme we have going, and that celebration will run for 6 days from now. So you can check out the bonks for those prizes, the mini bonks, which will be 1 per day, and yeah, check back. We'll have a lot of prizes for everybody.
All right, that's great. And it looks like our teams are in system and getting ready to warp to the beacons. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it over to our delightful commentary team of Bacchanalian and Brent, who are ready to bring you all the great action of the first round of the Syndicate Competitive League 3 final featuring Warlords of the Deep versus Pandemic Legion. Thank you all for tuning in, and thank you to Grammar Nazi for coming on and celebrating this wonderful landmark for SomerBlink. On our next break, we will have Ripard Teg, CSM 8 Elect.
Pop the tops off while I pop beats that knock your blocks off.